Hey everyone, Dodgy here. Welcome to my first non-sweaty review. I will occasionally be giving you my thoughts on games from the perspective of your average PC gamer, and an older one at that. I'm 34, I'm not the best player, and I'm not super deep into gaming culture. I don't know all the lore, or all the drama, or all the history, but I've been playing PC games since they came on giant 8-inch floppy disks and in cereal boxes in the 90s, shout out to Chex Quest, and they've always been an important part of my life. I'm a huge fan of indie studios trying to do something different, and I've recently become fairly obsessed with VR, so I think it's fitting that this first video be about DAVIGO. Or DAVIGO? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it seems like the community isn't either, so we're just gonna go with DAVIGO, because I like that the best.
DAVIGO.
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 Man, I don't know what everyone's issue is in pronouncing it, but it's clearly DAVIGO.
DAVIGO is an early access, asymmetrical battle game where you can don your expensive new VR headset and throw rocks at your poor friends playing on PC. This is an early access game, so a lot of what I say in this review might be subject to change. This is just intended to give you my thoughts on the game in its current state and what I'd like to see in the future. The game pits a VR player, referred to as the Giant, against PC players, called the Knights. If you want to play as the Giant, it'll cost you $25 as of the making of this video, but PC players can grab the Knight Pass, which is available for free. I really enjoy the unique concept of this game, and so far it has been fun both in VR and as the Knight, while adding to a much neglected niche of games that allow VR players to play alongside flat screen. You can do the same thing in Risk of Rain 2 if you grab the VR mod, and it works great. I really love the ability to have a VR experience while still being able to have fun with my unfortunate two-dimensional friends, and I really hope to see more games combine the two in the future. Playing as the Giant, you will find yourself in a battle arena style map where you can pick up and rip objects out of the ground to throw at the Knights. You can use your fist to punch and knock them around, do a ground pound attack that shoots a fault line out in front of your hands, or just grab and hurl them into the middle distance. It really is quite satisfying.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, what are you gonna do? 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 What are you gonna do?
Mercy.
Get fucked! From the PC perspective, the VR player appears as a giant floating head for the Knights to attack. Their arsenal is quite limited at the moment though, with the only options being the rockets you pick up around the map, cannons you activate by running over buttons, and a large hammer you can bash the Giant with. But the movement is fast and fluid, and you can ride the rockets to fly around, or use your grappling hook to zip around the map and launch yourself onto the Giant. The only real major gripe that I have with this game is that when playing as the Giant, you can't float around by using the control stick, but at least there are warp points you can grab and pull yourself into to change positions. That being said, they are only on 3 of the maps, Altar, Riverguard, and Chasm, and only in the Brawl and Tower game modes. I'm not sure if this is an intentional choice or if it just hasn't been added yet, but I would like to see them on every map and in every mode by default. To be fair though, the game does tell you at the beginning that it benefits from a larger play area, and you are able to move by actually moving your body, but I really hope that they add the ability to use the control stick at some point, as this is a very physical game, and even with my Guardian, I slammed my hands into my furniture a few times while trying to play in my tiny 5x5 foot VR space. Ow, fuck, I hit my hand.
You were trying to grab me, I think, when you did it.
Yeah, this is not a good game for a small play space. I can't really see how this would be game breaking in any way, and it would make the game a lot more accessible to people like me who don't have a large room to play in, or to anyone who might have a disability that makes it hard to stand or move around, but still lets them use their arms effectively. If you don't have arms though, this probably isn't the game for you. There are 4 game modes: Brawl, your basic deathmatch; Tower, where the Knights have to attack a tower to lower the Giant's shield; Capture, where the Knights have to gather resources to charge explosives that kill the Giant; and Classic, which is described as the Alpha experience. I didn't play the Alpha, but it appears that in addition to rockets, the Knights get bombs to throw at the Giant. There are stone shields that they can pick up, and they don't have any grappling hooks. You'll also find a bevy of custom game options, which is always welcomed. You can set just about every parameter to whatever you like and create your own personal battle experience, and even save your own presets, which is a nice quality of life touch. The graphics and art style are simple, but it's completely fine, and it works for this type of game. I never found myself thinking about the graphics. It looks sharp, and it has the benefit of running smoothly on just about any headset or computer. And the game is available on PC, Quest through AppLab, and it supports crossplay, which is great. This is a simple game with a simple premise and a lot of potential, but I do think it's a bit limited right now. There are 9 maps at the time of release, and while that sounds like a lot, and there are a few that look great, a few are labeled as in progress and the rest are labeled classic and look a bit unfinished. But maybe that was an intentional style choice. I'm not sure. But the game is early access, so I can't really fault them for any of this. I'm just letting you know the current state of the game as of the making of this video, and I'm sure that the current maps will be updated and more maps will be added in the future. That being said, it does support modding, and there are a bunch more maps available for download. Having grown up in the modding boom of the Half-Life 2 era, I'm a big fan of mods and custom maps in general, and I love the idea of a community-driven map pool for a game like this. The possibilities are endless. You can use the Giant vs. Knight setup in any location, and I can see people getting super creative with the maps they make. It almost has a Worms Armageddon feel. The game has a fantasy aesthetic by default, but I could envision a world of custom maps featuring cities, war zones, sci-fi environments, and lots of different things for the Giant to pick up and use as a weapon. I would love to rip a building out of the ground and swing it at people. My overall excitement for this game is really in its potential. There is so much you could do in a game like this. One thing I'd really like to see is a lot more weapons for the Knights, and perhaps some power-ups for the Giant that you could earn by getting a certain number of kills, or that just appear randomly around the map or throughout the game. Imagine if the Giant could use some kind of lightning attack or laser cannon to rain terror down upon the Knights. It would be marvelous chaos. Another thing that might be cool is the addition of random map events, much like they have in the finals with low gravity and meteor showers. This type of game is a total blank canvas for fun ideas and crazy nonsense, and I really hope that the developers and modding community lean into that. Overall, I'd say that this game is worth a buy if you have a friend group to play it with. It's just raw, silly fun. And in a gaming landscape awash with super serious and hyper-competitive titles, and a VR scene full of ultra-realistic gun simulators, it's nice to see a game where the whole focus is simple, stupid fun. I know that some of you will probably find the $25 price tag to be a bit too high for what you're getting at the moment, but the game is made by 3 people, and honestly, gaming is still the best value entertainment media by a long shot if you consider hours played, and I'm happy to support an indie developer. Well, that's all for my review. If you made it this far, thanks so much for checking us out. We're a new channel, and any support is appreciated. Before I go, I just want to say, if you often find yourself playing alone, and you watch videos like this and think, man, I wish I had some people to play with, just get out there and meet them. Join some Discords, make some friends. It's not nearly as hard as you think, and there are a million people just like you who are looking to find their group. I met all these guys online, and all I had to do was make sure that I added them before they disappeared forever. Now they're some of my best friends, both online and in regular life. All you have to do is be the person who makes the connection. See ya.